Hey loves, in today's video, I'll be trying out Remi Rose, a new brand available at the 99-cent store. The first eyeshadow that I'm using is the brown shade from the Zulu palette by Juvia's Place. I'm working that shadow in and slightly above my crease using my E.L.F. eye crease brush. The first product from Remi Rose that I'll be using in today's tutorial is their two-color eyeshadow in the shade Alyssa. Alyssa has a really pretty vibrant green. In my opinion, I think it's like a pressed glitter. It like flakes off. And it also has a deep bronzy side, which is more metallic, more like an eyeshadow. On the left, I have dry swatches, and on the right I have wet, just so you can see what the difference makes. But in terms of that green shadow, I do recommend using either a glitter glue or a lash glue to make sure that it will properly adhere to your lid. Here's a picture of what the pans looked like after I swatched them. They developed kind of a hard film on top, which made it difficult to use. So if you do decide to pick this up, you will have to scrape that layer off to continue using the shadow. I also purchased their 2-pack brush set, which contains a flat shader brush as well as a thin straight liner brush. I will be using the flat eyeshadow brush to apply the bronze shadow from the Alyssa duo, starting at the outer portion of my lid and working it halfway in. Here you can see I am applying that bronze eyeshadow to the outer 2/3 of my lid with that flat shadow brush. The bristles of the brush were nice and dense and they were soft. It did wonders for packing that bronze eyeshadow onto my lid. So all in all, I like the brush. In terms of the bronze eyeshadow, I did have to spritz my brush with a little water to maximize the payoff, but I think it came out super pretty. I'm taking my Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive with Aloe in clear and applying it to the empty portion of my lid. I love this lash glue because of the thin bristle applicator. And like I stated earlier in the video, I think that the best way to apply that green shadow is over a sticky base. I found that using an eyeshadow applicator is the best way to apply pressed glitter shadows like the green one in this duo. So I just used an eyeshadow applicator to gently pick up the glitter and press it onto my lid. I am softening the edge of that brown eyeshadow as well as highlighting underneath my brow using the Wet n Wild color icon in the shade Brulee on my ColorMates eyeshadow brush. I picked up this LA Colors contour stick in their highlighter shade from Family Dollar for $1. It is a pale champagne shade and it is so creamy, it just melts into the skin. I will be using this product to further highlight underneath my brow. I love this little highlighting pencil. It was so easy to just draw my highlight where I wanted it. And after I was done, I just blended out the edge with my pinky finger. For my lower lash line, I'm taking these two green shades from the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette on my AOA E115. I picked up their eyeshadow stick, Harper. It is a really pretty golden shade, and I purchased it with the idea of highlighting the inner corner of my eyes with it. This eyeshadow stick is so soft and creamy. It does have a nice pigmentation, but it wasn't giving me exactly what I was looking for on the inner corner of my eye, so I ended up going over it with a gold powder shadow. The golden eyeshadow that I am applying on top of that pencil is the shade Wavelength from the BH Cosmetics Solar Flare palette, and I'm using my E.L.F. small smudge brush. I am applying the Black Radiance Artisan Color Baked Blush in the shade Toasted Almond using my E.L.F. Essential Blush Brush. Of course, I had to pick up a highlighter. I got their Mini Duo highlighter in Grace. It is a pink highlighter with the left side being an icy pink and the right side being a darker pink. And here are the swatches. On the left, those swatches are dry. The swatches in the middle are wet, and on the right, that is both shades combined. As you can see, it's a pretty icy highlighter. Today, I will be combining both shades. I'm using the Basic Beauty Angled Contour Brush. Basic Beauty is also carried at the 99-cent store. So like I said earlier, I just applied both shades. It is a really icy pink. It didn't really go well with the makeup, but I do like the formula. It has a nice soft texture, and it did end up being pretty blinding because it has a buildable formula. The last item of my Remi Rose haul is their Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Jasmine. As I applied this lipstick, I realized two things that I don't like. One, it's not as dark as it looks in the tube, and two, it is a pretty sheer formula. Here's one coat of the Everlasting Liquid Lipstick. One thing I can say is that it dried down pretty quickly. It feels nice on the lips. However, it's pretty transparent and it's patchy in some spots. I applied a second coat, and this is the result of that. It looks terrible. It just made things worse. Here is my third and final attempt to save this liquid lipstick. I put a gloss over it, which seemed to help. It meshed everything together and it looks nice and glossy. When I purchased all of these products, I had this eye look in mind, but paired with a eggplant purple lip color, like a really deep purple. This just isn't doing it for me. It's way too light. Here's my completed makeup look. Overall, I think it came out pretty good. I'm really fond of the eye makeup. And I like the highlighter, and I actually like how the lip came out too. That gloss did wonders for that liquid lipstick. But let's go ahead and get into my final thoughts on the items I picked up by Remi Rose. Starting off with the 2-color eyeshadow in Alyssa, I actually like this duo. I think the colors are pretty. The only thing I don't like is the hard film that it develops. I only used the eyeshadow brush out of this set, but I liked it. It was a nice synthetic brush, did what I wanted it to do. I'll have to pick up a gel liner pot to test out that liner brush. Maybe I'll try to achieve a wing on camera and give you loves my thoughts on that brush. I also like the Harper eyeshadow stick. I thought it was too creamy for the inner corner of my eye, and it also wasn't sparkly enough, but I think it would look a lot better when I apply it to my lid. I do like the Mini Duo highlighter in Grace. I think it's a bit too icy cool for me, but it does have a nice texture and it's very pigmented. And lastly, their Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Jasmine. I do not recommend this at all. This is the only product out of the haul that I just don't like. I hope you loves enjoyed this video. All of the products that I used to create this look will be in the description box. Go ahead and drop a comment down below telling me what you thought. And before I let you loves go, I have some really exciting news. I went to the 99-cent store yesterday and hauled a lot of the new Smoke and Mirrors Valentine's Day makeup collection. Someone left a comment on one of my videos asking me if I was going to do a video on it, and I didn't even know they had a Valentine's Day collection. So of course, when I had the chance to go, I went, and y'all are going to love this. I'm going to break it up into 2 videos because the haul is going to be long enough as it is. So I'm going to do a haul as well as a makeup tutorial. After I get this video up, that's what I'm going to be working on, and I'm so excited. So yeah, until next time, bye loves!